This video is sponsored by Alcid eHomes, whose mission it is to accelerate the advent of sustainable, healthy living systems around the world. Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla. We have been hearing about the Tesla killers from when the Model S came out in 2012 until pretty much last year. No one is really calling the new EVs Tesla killers anymore. Because they did come but haven't killed anything, Tesla has only grown bigger and bigger. But people are still talking about the competition is coming. Not Tesla killers, now just competition. And they will come with great build quality, something that Tesla doesn't have. Well, they already have great build quality now, but they will have the best fit and finish in the world very soon. Even Sandy Munro has said that. Because Tesla will start building with a precision that no one else can match. With a simplicity, I don't really think people understand how huge of an impact this is going to be. Tesla is not doing it like anyone else, and what we have coming is not small changes. Like Sandy Munro said, it's a revolutionary change. And I would like to try to explain why is this so revolutionary, what Tesla is doing, and why no one else can just copy Tesla, and why Tesla will print money while others will fight to make a decent profit on their EVs. So let me show you why, and let's dive right in. So let's start with the Giga casting machines, because this is such a huge deal and it sounds like it's very underappreciated by everyone, but it will set Tesla apart from everyone else, both the old guys and the new guys, because the new guys are also building cars like the old OEMs and not like Tesla. So yes, competition is coming, and yes, they're coming with great electric vehicles, but it is about the way they are building them that is going to matter in the end and set Tesla apart from everyone else. Because let's just take a look at the Giga casting machines, because as Sandy Munro said, the new Model Y has great build quality, as he put it, as good as anything else out of Europe. So I don't really care what you think when the car experts of car experts says the build quality is good. To me, it is good. So in my opinion, what was Tesla's Achilles heel a couple of years back is no longer really an issue. But Tesla is not stopping there. They are about to overtake everyone in fit and finish, because the Model Y that is coming out of Giga Berlin and Texas will be built using Giga castings for all 3 pieces of the underbody. Yes, 3 pieces. Not like everyone else with 1,000 pieces. No, 3. And they are not stamped, so they won't have any spring back effect to worry about. Tesla's 3 casting pieces will be perfect every single time, just like a Lego brick. Like Elon said, they will be measuring in microns, not millimeters. So even Sandy Munro said that this will make sure Tesla will have the best fit and finish of any car on the planet. They are putting together 3 pieces instead of 1,000. Tesla will have the best build quality by the end of this year. So that argument against Tesla is simply no longer valid. But this is just a side effect. The real advantage of the casting machine is time and money, and that is what it's all about. Tesla will build the whole underbody of 3 pieces with only 3 casting machines. The other guys will build the underbody of 1,000 pieces with 1,000 robots. This saved Tesla an insane amount of time and money on building the underbody of the car. About 40% of the price according to Tesla. This is a huge advantage. But one of the most important things of the electric car is still, of course, the battery. And the battery that is going into the next generation Model Y that is coming out of Berlin and Texas will, of course, have Tesla's 4680 cell. So the cost of the battery pack in the Model Y compared to something like the Ford Mach E or the ID.4 will probably be half the price. Probably more, because Tesla will get down to about $50 per kilowatt hours, and the others are about $150 per kilowatt hour. So depending on when they can get the price down and how far they will get the price down, 50% is probably conservative, considering that someone like Volkswagen would not have their own batteries before 2023, and that will only be in the amount of 40 gigawatt hours. And Ford probably less. They have not yet started building their battery factory. But let's be conservative here and say Tesla's battery will be 50% cheaper than the competition. And Tesla will again save a lot of materials because they will put the battery straight into the structure of the car and not into modules, making the car lighter, therefore more efficient and cheaper to produce. And oh yes, by the way, when Tesla is building a battery factory, it will also cost Tesla 69% less to invest in the factory per gigawatt hour than anyone else. And on top of all this, Tesla is also making their own seats, their own airbags, their own software, and so on and so on. It is the most integrated car company on the planet already today, meaning Tesla will save money on pretty much any other components in the car, because they don't have a supplier that also needs to earn money on it. And they have also simplified the electronics in the car compared to all the other guys. And the inside of the car is also already made very simple, meaning this car will be much easier to produce than anyone else. So the next generation Model Y will be outperforming any other electric car in its segments, because it will also be lighter because of the Giga casting and have a much stiffer underbody and therefore handle better as well. So this will be one of the absolute best car on the planet. But it will probably be something like 30 to 40% cheaper to build for Tesla than for the so-called competition. This is game-changing. But even though Tesla's Model Y will be so far ahead of the competition, it will not be as far ahead than the Cybertruck will. Because as bigger the vehicle gets, the more important it is with efficiency, so it becomes more obvious with the Cybertruck. And the Cybertruck will of course also have all the benefits we just talked about with the new Model Y, but the Cybertruck will have even more to set it apart, because not only will the underbody set it apart from everyone else in the industry like the Model Y, but so will the exoskeleton made of stainless steel that SpaceX has helped with, like their engineers also helped with inventing the aluminium alloy needed for the Giga casting to work. So another big advantage for Tesla is that they are partners with a big rocket company. Yeah, no one else really have this advantage. And as Sandy Munro said about the exoskeleton, in a great interview that Dave Lee just made with him, Sandy has designed an airplane with an exoskeleton, and that actually saved them 45% of the overall cost. Actually, the labor went down by 90%. And the same kind of saving we can expect with the Cybertruck. Even though this is a very new technology in the car industry, this is not untested technology. So I have no doubt that Tesla will be able to do this very efficient, saving them something like 40% on the top body of the car, on top of the already 40% cheaper underbody of the car. And as I made a whole video about, the Cybertruck, like no other truck on the market, will not have any paint. The process alone will save Tesla between 14 to 18 hours and a lot of money as well. So no other pickup truck will have the underbody of just 3 casting pieces. No other pickup truck will have an exoskeleton body. No other pickup truck will be without paint. No other pickup truck will be dent and rust free. No other pickup truck will have Tesla's much cheaper and better 4680 battery cell directly put into the structure of the car. This Cybertruck will be so easy and fast to build, it is ridiculous. My guess is that the Cybertruck will probably be something like 40 to 50% cheaper to build than the Ford F-150 Lightning, the Rivian, or pretty much any other pickup truck. It will become so obvious how far ahead Tesla is with this truck, because it is beating everyone on specs. No one even comes close, but it will be like 40 to 50% cheaper to build. Tesla will be printing money with this pickup truck, while the other guys will try not to lose money with their electric pickup truck. And as we talked about in my video about the Ford F-150 Lightning, Ford is kind of a bit of a trouble here with the F-150 Lightning. Firstly, they did make a good electric pickup truck. but it doesn't come out before in a year. So they maybe have made a little Osborne effect here, and at the same time they don't want to make too many of the electric F-150s yet, because they don't have the batteries to do so, so they are probably not making a lot of money on them. So if they make too many, it will eat part of the ICE F-150 sales. That is Ford's bread and butter. But this crazy Cybertruck is coming out. That will be the fastest producing pickup truck in history, and they have over 1 million pre-orders already. So that will also eat into Ford's bread and butter. So if Ford don't want to lose a lot of market share to someone like Tesla, they will have to move faster. But this will all hurt Ford's core business. But Ford can't move too fast anyways, because they don't have the batteries to produce 1 million electric F-150s a year, like they do with the ICE versions. That would probably be something like 150 gigawatt hours worth of batteries they would need. It would be years before Ford has that kind of battery supply. So Tesla would just continue eating away on Ford's bread and butter with this one-of-a-kind crazy Cybertruck. But as I said, the bigger the vehicle, the more obvious it gets, and Tesla is building a bigger vehicle, the semi-truck. And here it just becomes so painfully obvious, the lead Tesla has, that I almost feel sorry for the other guys, because they are trying. Like Volvo, that is actually building a handful of different versions of their electric semi-trucks. We don't know what the price will be yet, but a lot more than their diesel version, of course, that cost about $100,000 to $120,000, so probably in the same ballpark like the Tesla semi-truck, between $150,000 to $200,000. So the price could be pretty similar. But that is where the similarity stops, because the Volvo semi-truck will be able to go for about 150 miles. And will be able to charge up to 80% of those 150 miles, so adding about 120 miles in about 70 minutes. And Scania, one of the world's biggest truck companies that I also made a whole video about, is also coming out with an electric semi-truck. But that would be with similar specs to the Volvo, about 160 miles of range. But when comparing that to the Tesla semi-truck, that will have over 500 miles of range, and as we have seen with the testing of the semi-truck, where it's closer to 600 miles of range than 500 miles of range, as always, Tesla's final product is always better than the prototype. But the Tesla semi-truck will also be able to charge about 400 miles in just 30 minutes. So it can charge 2.5 times longer range than the Volvo even has in just 30 minutes. The Volvo would charge 120 miles in 70 minutes. You will have to buy 4 Volvo semi-trucks to get the same kind of range as one Tesla semi-truck. But they will probably cost about the same. This is such a huge difference. I'm thinking, who in their rightful mind in the US will buy a Volvo semi over a Tesla semi? So to me, these 3 vehicles are going to set Tesla apart and show the whole world just how good Tesla is at not just making batteries and electric motors and so on, but how much they have revolutionized the manufacturing of cars, pickup and semi-trucks. And this will be what counts behind the scenes. While everyone is struggling to make profit from making EVs, Tesla will be printing money from their next generation vehicles. And Tesla will be able to get more batteries than anyone else, because they have been preparing for this for over half a decade. And someone like Ford is only waking up now, changing their tunes, and will also start to make their own batteries. So yeah, the competition is coming, but they have to fight for second place. No one is catching Tesla. Doesn't matter if they make great EVs, because many of them are great EVs, but they can't make them as fast, or as many, or as good, or as cheaply. And Tesla is speeding up. And oh yeah, all the old OEMs still have to worry about their dealership problems, that they don't want to sell their EVs. And Tesla also has the big advantage of their charging infrastructure, and all their cars have the full self-driving software and so on. If this doesn't show you how far ahead Tesla is, and is pulling away even further, I don't know how to show it. To me, it is just so crystal clear that Tesla is revolutionizing the whole transportation industry. They have already done so with the cars we have on the road today, but it is the next generation car factories and vehicles that Tesla will come out with at the end of this year that will take Tesla to a whole new level and leave everyone else at level 1. But what do you think? Will anyone start making cars out of big casting, or will they just leave Tesla at the #1 spot of best fit and finish in the industry? And will anyone else get down to the level of Tesla's cost of making a car? Well, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And do you want 2 free stocks? Yeah, I thought so. If you use the link in the description to open a new Webull account, you'll get 1 free stock valued up to $250 just for opening the account, and another free stock valued up to $1,600 if you found your account with at least $100. And it will of course help support this channel as well. A win-win for the both of us. And you do have a chance to invest in both Bitcoin and Dogecoin with Webull as well. Enjoy. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.